Before we get into the video, please remember to subscribe, turn your notification bell on. Please do like, comment, share, and follow me on my social media handles. Lovely people, today I'm making a very quick meal. Yes, just under an hour. This is for those days when you don't feel like cooking but you still want to eat healthy. Yes, it was for Nane Denso. Let's dig straight into the ingredients. I've got some tomatoes and some onions, some bell pepper, sweet bell pepper. Yeah, I've got some Scotch Bonnet, ginger and garlic, cumin and cloves, the corndough, the salmon and the prawns, some salt to taste. Let's start. So in there I've got my Nkitinkiti and Hwentia. So I've got my cumin and my cloves and some salt. So grind it so you get it to be a bit smooth. It doesn't matter if it doesn't turn out to be super smooth. So I left the pan on for about 5 minutes for it to get hot, and I've turned my gas on to a medium heat. I'll be adding the spices, and I won't be adding any oil because the salmon is rich in omega-3 fatty acids. Yes, so omega-3 oil, it's very healthy. It's the kind of oil that you consume and your cholesterol wouldn't kind of elevate. And it's good to consume this kind of oil from its original source. And certain fish such as salmon and herrings or mackerel has got it, as well as some nuts. This is our fermented corndough. And make sure you've washed your hands very well because you've dealt with fish. So I'm adding about 1,000 ml of water. It depends on the kind of consistency you want your BankU to be. And I normally don't add cassava dough to my BankU because it's full of starch. It tends to solidify very easily. So you just have to be adding a lot of water for you to obtain that soft texture. I love my BankU to be super soft, even though I don't have cassava dough in it. So I make sure I add more water to it. So at this stage, I'm adding some water and then I'll leave it to boil and go prep the vegetables. So I'll just slice them into the shapes that I want, and I'll be slicing one onion as well to add to the vegetables. So this is the way I would slice my vegetables, and I'll be doing that with them all. So the BankU is boiling beautifully, and the fish is also frying nicely in its own oils. Can you see that? Can you see the oil coming out of the fish? Yes. No need to add any oil. So I would add some spices to the other side as well that I've turned over. And I'll continue turning the fish to the sides so it's cooked very well inside, and the sides are also brown as I want it to be. The BankU is also boiling so nicely. So I've gone back to check on my salmon fish, to turn it on the side to make sure it's cooking very nicely. Now I can go back to my BankU. As you can see, the BankU has absorbed all the water, so I can now turn it on the sides for about 10 minutes and then add some more water. Then I'll go and check on my fish. The fish, the fish is looking so delicious and succulent. So my fish is ready, and I'll be taking it out now. Look at how beautifully it's browned. So I'll let the other salmon grill nicely on the other side as well. Look at how much oil came out from this fish. Interesting. Can you see that in the pan? Loads of oil. So I've let the fish grill very well on the other side, and I've taken it out, and look at how much oil came out of the salmon. So I'm adding the prawns now. So after adding all the prawns, you can now add or sprinkle the leftover spices that we grinded onto it. Make sure you don't use all the spices with the fish. Leave some for the prawns. Turn the prawns on the side. It doesn't take too much long for the prawns to be ready. So turn it on the side and then go check on the BankU. So I added another batch of water to the BankU because the water will help it cook well and because I want my BankU to be soft. So I'll continue stirring it. Make sure anytime you come to your BankU, after touching the fish, you wash your hands very well. So I added salt to the BankU when I added water to it the second time. So the BankU is ready and I can dish it out now. And while I was stirring the BankU, I was also checking on the prawns. Okay, now let's add the onions and the bell peppers to the oil that was left over from the fish and the prawns. Make sure you separate the onion rings so that it can cook very well. Ready. The food is getting ready. Who likes BankU like I do? Hey, if you like BankU like I do, please do comment below this video. And so we need jibenku to send me a chow our comment section as you know. About chow comment to me why with us. So we're going to stir fry this bell pepper and onion just for 3 to 5 minutes maximum because we don't want to lose all the nutrients in it. In the end, chip vegetables winche. If you say so let's come to grinding the pepper. Now I'm not going to do it the traditional way because I told you we're going to prepare this meal in an hour. So I'm just going to use the blender to grind my pepper. But what I'm going to do is I'm not going to let it stand out to be very smooth. So my pepper, my ginger, my garlic, my teaspoon of salt, and I left 1 tomato because it was just too much. So I'm just going to grind it with a blender, not the traditional way, very quick. And this is how it turned out to be. One quick tip: if you want to lose weight, make sure your BankU portion is small. You have a lot of proteins and you've got a lot of vegetables to eat with your BankU. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and bye bye.